Greetings, we are the Arcturians and we bring you messages of love and peace. We are here to assist humanity with the upcoming ascension and transformation into a light body. Humanity is already in the process of preparing for this change, although the actual shift will be very sudden and will come from a burst of solar activity. The exact date is not set as it depends upon the collective consciousness, but this solar flare is coming. We cannot tell you the exact date as it is still being determined, and giving you the exact date would infringe upon free will too much. But we can say this: it is coming, and it is coming sooner than you might imagine. Consider a matter of years, not decades, but years. So you might wonder, what do I need to do to prepare for this transition, and what will this transition mean for me? The best thing you can do to prepare for this transition is to live within the frequency of love as much as possible. But in order to do this authentically, you will have to feel uncomfortable feelings from time to time, because simply existing in the love vibration when you are still carrying burdens of pain, sorrow, hate, anger, and betrayal is not authentic. It is not helpful to overlook, ignore, and repress your wounding. Humans are carrying pain from ancient times, and right now is a very important time to release these wounds. Releasing these wounds helps put you in vibrational alignment with the upcoming change, ascension. The way that you release these wounds is to let yourself feel your emotions when they come up. You may find yourself feeling sad, anxious, or angry and you don't know why. You may find yourself feeling these feelings in response to something that seems minor, yet it is provoking a huge emotional response from you. Consider these experiences gifts, because these gifts are pulling the sickness out of you. There is a bad habit in spiritual communities to always stay in the light and to ignore real feelings of hurt and anger, but as long as these feelings exist, whether you ignore them or not, they are bringing you away from your true nature of love. So do your best to feel your feelings in real time. Do not ignore them because you are in public, at dinner, or some place that is deemed socially unacceptable to show your emotions. Do your best to feel them in the moment. It is not as easy to call them up later, and often it is these situations that are triggering these feelings to come out. So again, we urge you to consider these situations as gifts, even though they may feel uncomfortable. Another key element of preparing for this ascension process is to cultivate a deep and profound sense of love for yourself. No one on earth knows you the way that you do. Nobody knows all that you have been through, and you have been through a lot, because this is the nature of life on earth. Earth is for the bravest of souls. Do your best to cultivate deep compassion and love for the journey you have been on, no matter what choices you have made, whether you have hurt yourself or others. You have been in school, learning and blossoming. A huge part of being on earth is to learn self-love. Humans tend to crave love from outside sources such as family and friends, and tend to miss out on the vast potential of love that comes from self. We urge you to develop a daily practice of validating yourself, congratulating yourself, and celebrating yourself. This could be as simple as 30 seconds to a minute of telling yourself how amazing you are and how proud you are. You will be amazed at the difference it will make in your life if you develop this as a regular practice. You will not crave validation from others to the same degree that you now crave validation, whether you are conscious of it or not. Self-love practices help to stabilize your energy so you are not constantly looking for acknowledgement from others. So many on earth are plagued with loneliness, and while giving self-love is not a substitute for connection with others, it helps to lessen the effects of loneliness. Self-love helps to build up self-worth and self-esteem. It helps you to connect with others from a place of fullness and not neediness. You will be amazed to see the difference of people that you attract into your life, because when you are needy you will tend to attract takers. But when you are full with self-love, you tend to attract other people full with self-love, and you will be full people meeting and complementing each other and not stealing energy from each other. We urge you to develop this practice right away. It can be a formal practice such as first thing in the day or before bed. It can also be whenever you think about it during the day while you are driving or standing in line. You can give yourself a few I love yous. I am so proud that you did that, you are so amazing. Many people have been programmed to be overly humble, as if there is something wrong with celebrating your greatness. You are divine and you are amazing. You deserve to celebrate the magic that is you. You are, after all, the one infinite creator having the earth experience through you. So what can we expect from the upcoming ascension experience, the solar flash that will change everything? The only thing you really need to do is to cultivate love and kindness for yourself and others as much as you can. After this solar flash, the earth will be transformed into a new vibrational plane of existence. People will have more of an energetic light body. People will be able to instantly manifest what they need, so working all day will not be necessary since all necessities can be created by will. The earth will largely be about leisure and play and going deeper with connections and love. The new earth will be about compassion and love. You will remember your divinity, you will remember past lifetimes. You will understand why you chose each lifetime. It is truly a golden age as many ancient spiritual traditions on your planet have predicted at this time in history. This may sound like fantasy, but it is the reality that is coming for those who are ready to graduate. You do not have to be perfect to graduate. You do not have to vanquish all anger from your system. You simply need the desire to love and to be kind as much as possible, to think of others often, to think of others slightly more than you think of yourself. This does not mean self-sacrificing, this means making loving choices that help others and yourself. You have many opportunities to be loving and kind, from the simplest things like holding the door open, reaching things on a high shelf for an elderly person or answering the phone when a heartbroken friend calls. But again, this does not mean self-sacrifice, this does not mean putting yourself last. Because like we said, a big part of getting ready for this process is cultivating a deep self-love, so it is a balance of making loving decisions that help your earthly brothers and sisters that feel good to you and do not sacrifice your life energy. This truly is a magical time in Earth's history as this 26,000-year cycle nears completion. We urge you to not be afraid, and to know that every soul is loved and cherished. No soul is doomed to an eternity of misery. Every soul is on its own journey on its own timing. We simply wish for the most amount of souls as possible to be ready for this graduation event. We love you all.